This is Late Nolly Talks TV. I'm Late Nolly, and I talk reality TV dating shows such as Married at First Sight, Love is Blind, Love Island, The Ultimatum, and Ready to Love, just to name a few. So if you do enjoy watching that type of content, please subscribe to the channel so that you never miss out when I upload a new video. This is a new channel, so I do appreciate the love and support. Now let's get into Kinetic Content. Kinetic Content is the production company behind Love is Blind on Netflix and Married at First Sight on Lifetime. Kinetic Content is wildly successful because those are some of the biggest shows on these huge platforms. However, it's no secret that season 5 of Love is Blind ended in 2 lawsuits. One woman claims that she was SA'd on set of the show while filming with her fiance. And another woman is countersuing because she didn't interview. Renee from season 5 didn't interview, and she shared her experience. And Kinetic chose not to air her story. And there have been, multiple reasons floating out as to why they chose not to. We don't know which one is true. So she was asked about her story because there were rumors negatively impacting her. And she chose to share her story on a podcast. However, it seems as though Kinetic Content has filed a lawsuit against her for, possibly breach of contract, or maybe her NDA, whatever it may be. They filed a lawsuit against her, and she's countersuing. Now, it's just so much drama from season 5 of that show, which was produced by Kinetic Content. And then we see the current season of Married at First Sight, season 17, Denver. And there are no couples that have made it. One person was left at the altar. And halfway through the show, because of the lack of successful couples, they decided to recouple this person and have him remarry with someone else. And we are pretty much hoping on that. But there are no couple. One couple said yes on decision day. And then right afterwards, they decided to break up. While they were filming the prior episodes, it was actually the same episode as the Decision Day episode, and the couple chose to go their separate ways. So of course the show starts with 5 couples that are supposed to go to the altar and say yes, and get married at first sight. One couple. And we're all talking about season 17 here. So one couple, Michael and a mystery lady, they did not even make it to the altar. She walked to the altar and she said, no, she did not want to do this. She did not want to get married on the show. So they were down to 4 couples. One couple decided to go their separate ways after the honeymoon, and that was Lauren and Orion. And so we were down to 3 couples. During the halfway point of their marriage, Cameron and Claire decided to call it quits as well. So then we were down to 2 couples. And because they saw that the show pretty much was not working, they decided to bring Michael back and recouple him with a woman named Chloe. So now they had 2 couples left and a new couple coming in. We knew that Brennan and Emily, another couple, were not going to make it. Brennan did not even want to move into the shared apartment with Emily, and he pretty much friend-zoned her. And we just knew that this wasn't going to work. And he, claimed not to be interested in her in that way. So next it was Becca and Austin. Austin claimed that he did not want to have sexual relations with his wife on the show. He claimed that he just likes to move slow and wait 3 to 6 months before getting sexually involved with anyone. Sure. And they also have a difference of opinion in regards to, they have different religions, and he also told her that he thinks that she's going to go to hell. So pretty much just no couples falling in love, and it was just awful. So they decided to bring back, of course, Michael, and he got married to Chloe, and they are the last hope. Even though everyone else's decision day aired last week, we are still, waiting for Michael and Chloe, because Michael and Chloe were the last couple to get married midway through the season. So, I mean, this was a disaster of a season. This was the worst season. You have pretty much something I've never seen before. You have cast members pretty much taking a sledgehammer to the fourth wall. They pretty much discussed the fact that there are people on the show, the men primarily, who they don't want to appear negative on television. So when the cameras are around, they appear one way, they act one way, and when the cameras leave, they act a different way. This is not something that we normally see on reality TV shows. They're supposed to completely just ignore the cameras being there and not talk about the fact that they are on a reality show. They're supposed to call it the process or the experiment. You always hear them refer to the show as the process. So they're not even supposed to say, oh, we're on this show. No, they always say we're doing this process. So, we've seen zero regard for the fourth wall. They just completely talk about all the negative things that have been going on behind the show. Also, there have been rumors since the season started that there was going to be someone who had slept with or had an inappropriate relationship with a person who was a member of production. I'm guessing that's Kinetic Content, the production company. We did see on the Decision Day episode that the only couple to stay together on Decision Day, which was Austin and Becca, Austin ended up going out with the guys, and a member of production was there, and he was hanging out with a female member of production while he was married, while he also complained about his optics on the show. So it's not a good look, especially for HR purposes. If you have an issue with how you're viewed on the show, but you're personally hanging out with someone who can alter, may have a say or alter how you are perceived on the show because they're a member of production. Anyway, it seems as though Kinetic Content is just not doing a good job via the production standpoint of this show, Married at First Sight. Season 17 is by far the worst season of the show. Season 16 wasn't that good either. There was only one couple to say yes on Decision Day. Out of 5 couples, there's only one. And this season, one couple said yes on Decision Day and then right after called it quits. Because, this wasn't the only reason, but one of the breaking points was the fact that the husband was out with a member of production. It seems as though Kinetic Content is the problem here. I think that Lifetime needs to get rid of Kinetic Content, especially because of the lawsuits that Kinetic Content has with Netflix on Love is Blind Season 5. The 2 pending lawsuits. Now, I know that the Married at First Sight season was filmed last year, but I really hope that they pretty much really do something about this, because I'm sure this show, Married at First Sight, was filmed before season 5 of Netflix Love is Blind came out and before the lawsuits came out. But now that those lawsuits are out and we see that the show is not doing well with, no couples, having success from the show, it's time to make a change. Now, I heard allegedly that the show would be going a bit older, like, The Golden Bachelor from ABC. Allegedly, the show is supposed to start casting people who are in their 50s and up for the upcoming seasons of Married at First Sight. I don't know how true that is. It would be interesting if that were the case. But anyway, I really feel like Lifetime needs to part ways with Kinetic content because of the lack of success that we have seen with Married at First Sight couples staying married and this horrible season 17 and the pending lawsuits they have with Love is Blind from season 5. Also with this season, one thing that's not being mentioned enough is the fact that Becca claims she was afraid to say things. I'm sorry, not Becca, Emily from season 17 of Married at First Sight Denver. She claims that she was afraid to say things because she was worried about Brennan's reaction. She claimed that he would be pacing back and forth, talking to himself, and then throwing things at a wall. And she also claimed that she was made by him to delete video diary cams. So diary cams would be when the cast members just take like a video of themselves talking about their experience or their feelings when production is not there. And of course, they just send it to production and production will fit that into the show. But she claims, allegedly, that she was made to delete these diary cams by Brennan and that she was afraid of Brennan. And she talked about this on the after party with Keisha Knight Pulliam. And she pretty much snapped on Keisha Knight Pulliam because she just did not want to discuss her marriage to Brennan. Now, what if she has grounds to say, hey, I was forced to stay in a situation where I felt unsafe? Because we know that for the sake of the show, everyone can't call it off before decision day. And we know that Emily and Brennan were pretty much like forcing it between each other. Like staying together was a chore. I think that they were counting down the days on their calendars for when they could call it quits for decision day. I think that Lifetime needs to take notice and make some changes in regards to Married at First Sight. But it doesn't seem like Kinetic Content is the best company to be working with going forward based on the lack of connections. Also, with Love is Blind, I can't believe they're still using this production company after what happened with season 5. Now, I know that season 6 was filmed before season 5 was aired, but I think that they need to make a change going forward because of all the drama that we have seen. We know that this production company or casting is reaching out to people via their Instagrams and like their dating profiles. But what about the people who apply for the show? And we also have heard from certain cast members who may have not even been featured on the show. They have said different stories. Allegedly, one person who was on season 6 but wasn't featured, he claimed that he told production or casting that he was previously married or engaged, and that ended less than a year prior, and he was not ready to get married again, but they still asked him to be on the show. We've seen the situation with Uche and Lydia from season 5. It was awful. It was so awful that they didn't even have an After the Altar special. It was so awful that they only had a few people from the cast show up to the damn reunion. It was awful. I think that Netflix needs to take notice of all these issues with Kinetic content, and so does Lifetime. And I think they need to part ways, or Kinetic content needs to make some serious adjustments to who they are hiring on their production team, because this is not working. This is not working at all. It's a lot of people who are getting casted, and these people are, look at Trevor, look at Jeremy. These people are outed for being in relationships right before filming started and ended their relationships just to be on the show. Not cool. Not cool. Houston, we have a problem, and it was season 5 of Love is Blind. It was awful. Okay? And also, Married at First Sight, the last 2 seasons have not been good. Season 17 has been especially worse. Changes need to be made. Changes need to be made. So something has to be done at this point. But we are definitely calling out Kinetic content and figuring out what is going on. These shows seem to be getting worse. Comment down below your thoughts on what should happen between the production company and Lifetime and Netflix. Let me know if you've heard anything in regards to changes about the upcoming seasons of these shows. Comment down below your thoughts. Please like the video and share the video as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you know when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching. This is Late Now Lee. I'm signing out.